Jaguar Nation, I'm Victoria Estrada here at Texas A&M Recreation Gym, and I'm here with Joseph Taylor, number 11 on the men's basketball team. How was your first season like playing as a Jaguar, and how was your experience here?
I say it was a lot of ups and downs. We got a lot of lessons from our downs though, and I think it'll prepare us better for our next season.
Definitely. What's the most valuable lesson basketball has taught you on and off the court?
One that Dial says, be a get-to guy rather than a have-to.
What advice would you give to young athletes hoping to pursue a basketball career?
Don't worry about messing up. Just hustle. Even if you mess up, do it at 100%. And coaches might even look past it just because you're doing it 100%. They like the effort.
And how old were you when you first started playing basketball?
4 years old, picked up a ball.
And let's say basketball didn't exist, what sport would you play?
I always said football, but I'm leaning more towards baseball. I can't lie. They get to the MLB quick.
This has been Victoria Estrada with Joseph Taylor at the Jaguar Den for Jaguar Sports Network. Here with Fotis Hristopoulos,
Yes,
number 33 on the basketball team, and Zach Biedinger, who's a student assistant coach. What's the off season been looking like for you? And tell me what a typical day looks like.
So obviously we got to get better. So we get in the gym, working hard every day. So a typical day for me is like waking up around 7, getting breakfast, getting to the gym at 9, stretching, working out with Zach an hour, then lifting another hour, and then team workouts.
And what advice would you give to young athletes hoping to pursue a basketball career?
Work hard, listen to your coach, and don't give up.
And how old were you when you first started playing basketball?
I was 6 years old and I started playing in Greece actually.
Awesome. What's your major and what do you see yourself doing in the future?
My major is business, and I don't know yet what I'm going to do in the future.
Yeah,
wherever the way takes me.
And then let's say basketball didn't exist, what sport would you play?
Since I grew up in Germany, I would probably play soccer.
Awesome. Those are all the questions I have for you. Thank you. What made you want to become a student assistant coach here at Texas A&M in San Antonio?
Well, my father, he's a coach here in San Antonio. He's coached high school for a long time, and he's known Dial through, high school coaching, and, I've got to know Dial for a long time. And, when I was a kid, I kind of grew up around it. So, just kind of influenced from my father and, just playing basketball my whole life. Just can't leave the game. So, taking a new direction with it.
And what's the funniest thing you've ever heard a fan yell from the stands?
It's Arcana when we were playing them. Alex Nunnally had, I don't know if the legs got bigger over the trip or if the shorts shrunk, but someone said he was wearing his sister's shorts. So, and they yelled that out a few times throughout the game, so it was pretty funny.
All right, well, thank you guys. Those are all the questions I have. Hi, Jaguar Nation. I'm Victoria Estrada here at Texas A&M Recreation Gym, and I'm here with
Minjoth. So since the season ended, first I took a little bit off to recover, and then after I went back to the gym, we had a lot of off-season workouts with the team. We were focusing on weight room stuff and conditioning stuff and trying to be more explosive so we can be better defenders. And then I've been working and finishing my finals.
What's your first season like playing as a Jaguar, and how was your experience here?
It was a very difficult season for me, to be honest. I had to redshirt. I was facing an injury with my wrist that's been going on for a while, so I couldn't help my team as much as I wanted, which was tough because to just watch from the side, so it was difficult. But I still enjoyed coming out for the last 6 games that I was able to play and feel the fans and big campus. So I would say it was a year with ups and downs, but I learned a lot.
Definitely. And who's been the most influential person in your life, and what advice have they given you?
So I would choose both my parents, my mother and my dad. They've been both through a lot and they always helped me out. So I would say kind of, even though they were struggling sometimes and they were facing challenges, they still managed to help me pursue my goals, which was basketball, and financially, and also with their time that they spent to help me. And so this is something that I'm trying to carry on, even if I have difficult times, see how I can help others and improve myself too. And so yeah, they're very inspiring to me, my parents.
That's amazing. And how do you stay positive through a tough game or practice?
I try to remember when I face challenges, like where I come from, how much I worked to get where I am, and also I know based on science that a positive mindset is more successful than a negative mindset, how important positive self-talk is compared to negative self-talk. And so I'm trying my best, but it's not always easy if you face some adversity.
Definitely. And what advice would you give to a young athlete who's trying to pursue basketball?
First, you have to determine how important it is to you, Like, how much do you want it? You need to set your priorities and make decisions. Sometimes you maybe need to make a decision for family. So try to find a balance between your basketball and your life outside of basketball, and then determine what you have to do to achieve your goal, and then do it.
And how old were you when you first started playing basketball?
I was 10 years old.
And if you could have any celebrity come and watch the team play, who would it be?
Dirk Nowitzki is my favorite basketball player. He's from Germany. I know here in the San Antonio he might not be the most likable guy, but he's my favorite player, so I'd be happy to see him.
So would you say he's also been like a role model?
Yes,
as
when I
well?
grew up I had him as my role model playing basketball. I didn't end up as tall as him, but
How tall is he?
6'9" or something, 6'10". 2 meters 13, I think, in meters. So yeah, I'm not that tall, but that's okay.
Let's say basketball didn't exist. What sport would you play?
Either tennis or track, because I also started running track in college, and I was pretty good, so maybe I would do track. But
What is your favorite dish to eat back home?
lasagna.
Oh,
Both
really?
my parents make good lasagna, very good.
This has been Victoria Estrada with Paul Minjoth for the Jaguars Sports Network at the Jaguar Den.
Be sure to follow, like, and share the Jaguar Sports Network.